News tonight at 7, we want you to meet the candidates for mayor of the city of Detroit.
Yeah, we're giving each candidate 5 minutes, and tonight businessman Tom Barrow is the first to join us and talk about his views and plans for the city. So welcome, good to have you with us.
I'm delighted to be here. It's an honor.
You know, crazy time in the city of Detroit, as you know. Before we get into some of your views, I wanted to give you the chance to respond kind of in the news of the day with these emails that surfaced today and the idea that bankruptcy was talked about, you know, months and months ago. Just your thoughts on all of that.
You know, I have to tell you, I've been saying for a long time, before it became popular, to say that we're being subjected to a grand conspiracy here. It's a governmental conspiracy. This financial emergency is false. This is all designed to take the city's assets. And I think now we're seeing the evidence and the proof of this. Our mayor is laid down. We have no leadership. City council is dysfunctional. People are judging us based upon what they're seeing, which is the dysfunctionality of the council and the lack of leadership. So these emails that were revealed today, it's like what they say, you know, the truth will eventually come to the light. And I've seen it because I've read the financial statements. I don't have it explained to me. I understand it. And so we said a long while ago, we're not going to run out of money. I knew we weren't.
What do you say then about the $18 billion in debt?
See, and I think that's the fallacy here, is that they've caused the public to get on their turf. Debt, long-term debt, can never create a short-term emergency. Pension, what they want is the pension. The shortfall in the pension won't be paid out for 60, 70 years. This is all the grand conspiracy, the deception. It's like you're having a mortgage on your house and somebody's saying you're going to pay it off tomorrow. It was never designed to pay tomorrow. We've never missed payments. We've never defaulted on interest payments or principal payments. We didn't run out of cash last year, as was espoused. We're functioning fine. This is a conspiracy.
You say you're functioning fine. Let me take it from the people we hear from daily who live in the neighborhoods that do not have street lights, they don't have trash pickup, and they're living in one house in a block full of burned out houses. I'm not sure they think that they're living fine. I don't think they think things are running well. I
think what you're seeing and what we're experiencing is part of that conspiracy. And look, just because I'm saying there's conspiracy doesn't mean that there isn't one. There is. The street lights are left off on purpose. Cops don't come. You can see them driving around. They're not answering the runs. You're seeing now the black cars, which we've had for years, are just now hitting the streets. Where have they been all this time? This is all part of wanting Belle Isle. It's all part of wanting the water system, the lighting system, the bus system. That's what this is all. It's a very systematic chess move. And what's happening is we're seeing it unravel.
Well, I want to know who's in on the conspiracy.
Well, let me tell you who it is. The governor is in on the conspiracy. Kevin Orr is in on the conspiracy. Dave Bing is in on the conspiracy. And the write-in candidate is. Let me make this one point, and I think it needs to be said. There is a tremendous overreach here. This Chapter 9 bankruptcy, when the city is in receivership, which is what it is now, once it goes to Chapter 9 bankruptcy, receivership ends. Kevin Orr is really done, but he overreaches to give the impression that he's entitled to take it into bankruptcy. He is not. Federal law trumps state law. And I have to tell you that what we're seeing is this repeated overreach. The police chief, there is no authority for the police, for Mr. Orr to appoint a police chief. It's nowhere in PA 436, nowhere in the charter. He only has the authority to appoint blank people to appointing boards, not the police chief. This is an overreach.
These are really big claims you're making, though. It sounds like what you're saying, I mean, especially when you say these police cars, you see them driving around, they're just not responding. I mean, the way you're talking is these problems are all made up.
They are. They are.
I think if you lived in, to some viewers who say this is crazy. Police are not responding to my house is part of a conspiracy.
I think you have to see it. I think if you live in the city, if you're on the streets, I think you will see that what's happened. The street lights are left off deliberately. All of Jefferson, from downtown to 8
these have been off since long before Governor Snyder was in office, long before Kevin Orr was even on the radar, long before the police chief was in office, and long before the write-in candidate, who is Mike Duggan, was on a write-in ballot. So when did this conspiracy start? Like a year ago?
Chess moves are that way. Chess moves are thought way in advance.
How far ago?
Quite a while ago. As the governor came in, let me say this: the Mackinac Policy Center, which is the conservative think tank, has a book they published called The Privatization of Detroit. ALEC, the American Legislative Exchange Council, is open that we can't take the White House, we'll take the state houses. When we repealed PA 4, they turn around and passed another one, PA 436, just override the will of the people, and then made it remove proof.
You have less than a minute left, to be fair to everyone. So I just want to say to Detroiters, what do you want them to know if you were
I want Detroiters to know that we're crying out for leadership. We want leadership. No one's doing it. Right now, we're a ship without a rudder. We have no mayor. We have no city council. No one's speaking up for us. I think Detroiters know that Tom Barrow and that the Barrow family, we're core Detroit. We will fight, and they saw me fight when I went to court on this other abuse of our charter. I'll be that kind of mayor, the kind that will represent them.
All right.
And I'll be happy to come back here.
All right, Tom Barrow, our first candidate we talked to here on the news. We do thank you.
Stephen, it's a pleasure. Joanne, it's a delight.